So, do you want to tell me a little bit more in depth about your experience using it as a teaching tool?
Yeah, so for me at least, I find that in general, ultrasound training is becoming more profound than it had been, in the past. And a lot of the medical students and residents coming out these days, they're getting exposure to it much earlier than I ever did, in medical school already. And in some instances, I think it's becoming part of the expectations in terms of your internal medicine training, to be at least facile with some aspects of ultrasound imaging. So I think from that standpoint, a lot of the trainees that I work with, they have familiarity, but mostly it's with vascular ultrasound and sometimes with abdominal ultrasound. But cardiac ultrasound is not something that they're really exposed to unless they have an interest in cardiology, or maybe they spent some time in the emergency department with, some emergency room doctors that are interested in it. So I think from that standpoint, I found that it was very good because it really brought that aspect of ultrasound training that in many instances was kind of secluded to the cardiology realm, and it allowed me to bring that more into the critical care realm teaching that we do in the ICU. And I know, this device for me, I find because it's so easy to take around, I find that helps, kind of bring it into the everyday rounds. So you're rounding on a patient, you're talking about the plan, you can quickly go through some ultrasound images. Whereas if you have a big machine that you have to carry from across the room, I think sometimes just that extra few minutes that would takes that away from teaching rounds, and kind of, makes it something that's not part of the rounding experience for the residents.